There's our fire. Pull the banking out. Hands over the top, raise, turn. And
That's excellent, Chris. Well done.
Now, do I leave that there?
You absolutely leave it there. If for that liquid to have ignited, it's got to be a certain temperature. You've got to know how to leave it to cool down. That's a small amount of vegetable oil, for purpose sake. Then we need to leave that blanket. You pull that way too soon, you open up to the air, you reform that triangle, you can have a reignition of the fire, so it remains there until it's safe. Very little smoke produced by that particular fire. We didn't allow it to burn for any length of time, which in reality, the speedy reactions actually dealt with it very, very quickly indeed. There we go.
Now, do you want me to test this one before we...
Okay. Right, yes, yeah, give it a, see if it works anyway, Chris. Pull the pin, aim it away from you. If you do it down the sink somewhere, that should be fine. Yeah, all you need to do is down squeeze the trigger. Okay, and again, you'd like to do it again? Just have another little look at that. Yeah, give it a shake, you know, so it ain't going to make a lot of difference. You're not getting pressure in it.
So this is one of the ones that came with the boat. There were 4 there. Yeah, absolutely hopeless. 2006. Well, bear in mind that if you do buy a boat and there are fire extinguishers on it, and it, you know, that might be a point that, you know, they're advertising it's fully kitted out with safety stuff, but that's useless.
Just catch. Hopefully we'll have a bit more flame. A little bit more
Alright,
smoke
that's
with this particular one. Got a proper fire. Now you can see with danger, Chris, we've got the curtains just about to go. I just need to deal with this situation as soon as you can, please.
Jesus.
Not too close, Chris. Stand back a bit more. Stand back a little bit more. Super. Okay, that's great, Chris. Excellent, well done. Super, a bit of free flowing fuel fire from the leftovers of the toast. What happened there, Chris? Because you got so close to the fire, the pressure from the extinguisher actually pushed everything that way. A piece of the toast fell back, which you dealt with very quickly. That's actually quite superb, really. Yeah. But stand back. Remember, you smell that, you've got the smoke in there. You don't want to start breathing too much of that stuff in. Just stand back, fight the fire. It would have been as successful, and it probably wouldn't have led with half your toast. Well, it's unedible anyway. But this time, what we'll do this time, Chris, is just get that toast burning nicely for you. And see about the heat now rising. Fire's actually taking control now. Hopefully.
That's hot. That's hot from here.
That's getting hot now, isn't it? Yeah, very hot indeed. Okay. Stuff inside the compartment behind you. It's not going to be long before they start to be giving off their combustion potential. You now feel the smoke coming in. Let's deal with the situation, Chris, while that smoke builds up. Okay, stop there. Chris, how are you feeling? All right? Right, out the emergency exit, please. Quick as you can. Thank you.
Yes. Can you show us what you're doing?
Well.
Let's just grab a shot while you're doing. What are you doing? Pouring stuff onto it?
Yeah, basically, toast is not the most flammable of.
Okay, well, that's the first time I've used powder, and look, it's just absolutely everywhere. Everything is coated with it. As soon as it happened, visibility disappeared. I could feel it on my teeth and stuff like that. I mean, it worked to put the fire out, but is that it? I mean, we finished.
Well, if you just, I mean, it's been some minutes since you put that fire out, but if you were to hover your hand over that, you can still feel a bit of the heat coming off that toast there, and it's certainly the metalwork around it. It won't cool, and you have all the elements there for a reignition. I probably would have followed that with a cooling medium, and you're quite right, it does make a hell of a mess. Now, I asked you to leave via the nearest exit, which is that one there. The reason being, not necessarily because of the smoke, but I could see in your face, your eyes, you started to blink, you find it difficult to breathe. Although you can breathe the dry powder, it still can make you feel uncomfortable. Certainly to disorientate you, the best course of action was to actually ask you to leave while my safety number dealt with the situation.
But I'm wondering if when I was using the powder, as soon as visibility goes, how am I meant to know the fire's out?
Absolutely. It's that can be very problematic. You've used it. If you can't see any fire, particularly if you can't see, you've got to ask yourself one thing: should I be here? And the answer's got to be no. Right. Get a high towel out, straight out of that situation.
So I've taken out my safety.
Absolutely. Always check it before. I wouldn't do the port yet. Make sure your equipment's working before you actually start doing it.
Gotcha.
If you've got a duff piece of equipment, you've wasted time. Yeah. Give it a good squirt somewhere where we can see it as well. Happy days. Okay. Hopefully no one's down there. Here's the port.
Okay.
So open the port. I discharge the whole contents within there.
Okay, well that's that. So now I leave it.
Yes, yeah, I'd certainly leave it. I've noticed we've got a few more holes in it than I first noticed.
But you leave that for 10,
Is this-
20 minutes?
You place dry powder inside the engine space. As I mentioned earlier about dry powder, what it doesn't do is take away any of the heat. That heat's still in there, potentially to reignite. A cooling medium would be a better solution than
So
just
you-
pure dry powder.
So you'd use powder and then foam afterwards?
If you were to knock it back with dry powder, follow up with a cooling medium, most certainly, yeah.
Okay.
That's the mess we're looking at inside there.
That's pretty thorough.
Well, a nice winter's day picture.